say, boy, we've got 3 touchdowns and they don't have any, we're going to win the game. That's not the case right now.
18-3 is our score. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Harden is in trouble. Tom Harden is just about out of trouble, but here comes John Lapierre, and up comes Scott Lewis, and they sandwiched him, and I don't know what they're going to call there. The only thing I can imagine will be a face mask.
No, they got a clipping call against West Bloomfield. And, well, I'll tell you, you're going to see in the replay, it looks like the West Bloomfield guy does a real nice job of getting on the shoulder. And the fans moaned when they threw the flag, but they're going to call a clip down here against West Bloomfield.
Well, I tell you, John Lapierre, who goes at 6'3", 250, reminded us a little bit of another guy in a red and white uniform the first week, Sammy Rogers of St. Mary's, who really just went from one side of the field to the other to almost make the tackle.
Well, I know that Daryl Harper feels that Lapierre is a sleeper, that you know, he would like some of the schools to take a good look at him because he's the kind of player that you could, you know, hasn't gotten a lot of recognition, but shows tremendous potential, and you could bring him in as a project and make a football player out of him. Also, you know, Daryl's extremely proud that he's got 8 boys playing in the GLIAC conference right now.
That is great to hear, and he and Bob Martin should be very proud. Back goes Harden again to throw. A little screen pass out to LaFay, and James Phillips, open field tackle at the 15-yard line.
Well, I think Lathrup feel real good about themselves right now, and they're using their speed and their quickness to keep West Bloomfield under control. West Bloomfield's going backwards instead of forwards right now. You're going to see Phillips react to the pass. It looks like it's going to go, and West Bloomfield likes to throw to those backs out of the backfield, and Phillips just runs them down.
West Bloomfield has played 4 weeks of a season which could have seen them come in here at 4-0. 2 very tough losses to Rochester and Athens, but a lot of people felt that they were going to be in the basement at the end of the season. Ooh, Scott Lewis hit the receiver almost immediately as he caught the football. The receiver being Joe Laverty, and Joe did a good job of hanging on to the football for the Lakers.
Joe Laverty does an excellent job because he's going to get stroked right when he catches the football, and he hangs on to it. It's not enough for the first down, but it's enough to maybe help out on the field position before the punt here.
4th down, the line of scrimmage is about the 28-yard line, and once again, Matt Linnell will be doing the kicking, and Yorick King, who has done it all today, will stand back about his 37-yard line. He averages about 15.8 yards per punt. They fake the punt, and up the middle go the West Bloomfield Lakers, and they get the first down.
Well, they not only went up the field, they fumbled the football, and we've got number 74.
Yeah, Derek Trower, the center.
The center falling on it for the first down. And what they did is they faked like it was a high snap. You could see Linnell go up in the air like it was like the ball was going, and they definitely fooled the Chargers on the play. And somewhere there's a fumble. This is great. He looks like he's like the snap's over his head, and instead it's a direct snap to the blocking back, and he picks up the first down.
Pitches it back to LaFay. He goes to the outside and is hit high by Ray Moreland, number 29 originally, and he was able to make him lose his balance. Now they're using Lapierre on certain situations, Frank, it looks like, as he will come back in, and Walid Shamami will come out of the game. So he is using him on specialty situations.
Well, Phillips is having a great ball game from that linebacker spot. I think he's the guy who's picked Amir Lefebvre, and right now he's been running him down.
57 seconds to play in the third quarter. It is 18-3. Harden looks down the middle and overshoots, intercepted by Yorick King right through the arms of Linnell that time, and Yorick King picks off his 3rd pass of the 1988 season.
It's excellent reaction by King. The ball is thrown a little bit high. It's off Linnell's hands, and King makes a diving catch going the other way and tremendous athletic ability and a big interception.
Didn't hear too much about Uric King last year. I had talked to a couple of the coaches about Uric and said he looked like he's going to be a pretty good defensive back, and the coaches gave me one of those, you don't want to build him up too high situations, but he has been Mr. Everything this year. Here's Marty Garagosian. He pitches it back to King, and King, well, let's see if they get possession of the football. Looks like it's going to be West Bloomfield football, and it will indeed, and guess who? Todd Michaud putting on a show for us here at Southfield Lathrup.
Well, he's a little dynamo out there. He's all over the field. The ball is the pitch is behind the halfback, and Michaud gets over there, and he just outruns the four people who are going for it.
All I was going to do when I was looking over the roster is just mention the fact he's the only sophomore on the team. But before I had a chance to do that, he's doing all of this. And so we are done with 3 quarters of football from Lathrup. The score, Chargers 18, Lakers 3.
Johnson, Philip Michael Thomas, Miami Vice, coming this fall on USA.
We are back in the soon-to-be completed press box here at Southfield Lathrup High School. Jim Shaffron and Frank Plakas, and now, because of the rain, they are closing down the scoreboard. They have the refreshment stands open, but they are closing down the scoreboard. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. That's all we need. Up the middle this time, it looks like it was number 36, Greg Ramphos, for one of the, no, it's a Cascade once again, and he is brought down by Al Young, number 66. Oh, this is going to be one fun fourth quarter, Frank. No scoreboard.
The Lathrup defense has done an excellent job of controlling the run of West Bloomfield. West Bloomfield now has the wind behind them, and I look for them to throw the football a little bit more because they're really not accomplishing much with the run.
NG on that one, a no gainer, and it's going to be second down and about 10 yards to go. They're operating at the 45-yard line of Lathrup. Harden with protection. Now it's breaking down. He swings it out to LaFay, and Bryant Wyndham, open field tackle, gets him after about a 1-yard pickup. And once again, as Frank has pointed out, the West Bloomfield Lakers are executing, but the defense of the Lathrup Chargers are right there after the execution.
Yeah, great reaction on the part of the defense. They had the deep receivers covered, so he lays it off to LaFave. And LaFave makes a beautiful catch of it, but look, there's 4 people right there, and that play isn't going anywhere with that kind of support.
Now, according to what they were telling us, there were some exposed wires up on the scoreboard, and so rather than fry the participants up there, potentially, they're going to shut it down. It is 18-3, though. West Bloomfield down by 15. Sideliner that's caught on a fine catch by Matt Linnell. He gets it inside the 30, down at the 28-yard line. Brian Wyndham brought him down, but a great catch by Matt.
Well, Coach Lividotti saw his pass-catching potential last year and brought him up into the varsity. And you see right there, it's an outstanding reception. The ball's a little bit behind him and high, and he takes it and makes a nice run with it afterward to pick up the first down. Linnell is on an out pattern, and we've been informed that we don't ever replay that.
Well, we do, but we'll see it a little bit later. Harden will throw. He is running out of time. He throws the home run ball. The official's going to throw a flag for a clip. So regardless of what happened that time, it looked like it was 53 Todd Ferks that might have gotten clipped. He had his back turned, and a replay will show us exactly what the official saw. And now they are talking to Tom Harden. So maybe, well, it's a personal foul against Lathrup. I thought it could have been a clip. It looked like Ferks had his back to the play, and Obviously, what I saw would not have been a clip because Farrick is offensively was pushed from behind. But that's beside the point because it's a huge penalty because it will take the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line of the West Bloomfield Lakers where it will be 1st down and 10. I'll tell you something. This young man, Tom Harden, is showing a lot of the characteristics of Dan Shrewsbury. I guess it is raining. Lefebvre doesn't go anywhere. I was wondering why people are coming up closer to the press box, and obviously it's not to hear us.
Well, Harden is showing a lot of poise out there, and he, delivered the football under pressure and took a good lick while it was happening. But West Bloomfield, to get back in the game, is going to have to throw it. With the rain coming, that could be bad news.
This is where we are in our new location. Frank and I will be out picking out wallpaper as soon as they get walls up here. It is 2nd down, about 12 yards to go. Harden looking to the end zone, throws it to the end zone, and he wasn't even looking. Well, he had a lot of people around him. He, being Joe Laverty, he had a lot of people around him that time. King was down there, Elkins was down there, Wyndham was down there, and I don't even think he saw the football.
Well, I think he was surprised that it was coming because he was well covered in the corner of the end zone, and here comes our bucket man down to get his rain suit. He was not open in the corner of the end zone, and he was surprised that Harden threw it, and he was lucky it wasn't an interception.
See, if this game wasn't live, Frank, we'd take it back to the studio and edit out the rain, but we can't do that today. It is 3rd down at about 12 yards to go. They need a touchdown on this possession. Harden to the end zone. He overthrew Linnell, and Linnell had to step. He was right in between Callan and King, and had the throw been on target, 6 points would have been there.
Well, I think right now they're looking at the possibility of getting a 1st down. They put Linnell in the seam of the zone, and he was there. The ball was high. It took off on him, and that happens a lot of times when you have the wind behind you where the ball will end up floating. And if it gets that, back end up on it. And they've got it. This is the must play right here. This is the one that's going to do it or don't do it.
This is where the word big is used properly. Lefebvre fakes the throw. He goes to the corner, and it's incomplete. And once again, triple coverage on Joe Laverty with, in fact, Scott Lewis, the linebacker, dropped off. Elkins was down there, and so too was Ura King.
Well, here's the pitch to Lefebvre, and he'd been drawing attention all day, and they were hoping to bring the halfbacks up on him. But Lathrup had it well covered. They had someone in front of him and behind him, and there was no possibility of completing that pass.
Well, I will tell you that there are less than 15 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's about all I can tell. Less than 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. I even blew that line. But that's why the scoreboard is off, so they don't blow any lines out there. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, maybe even as soon as next week, everybody will be back. There's a fumble. Ura King fumbled the football, but I think he fell right back on top of it. As the series originating at the 17-yard line, and now James Phillips, who was out on that first play, comes back in for Lathrup.
Well, here's where King, who's not used to getting handoffs, he's been a pass receiver most of the season, and with the football a little bit wet, it slid right out on him. And, boy, they're fortunate West Bloomfield didn't fall on that one.
We are assuming that there are approximately 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 18-3 is the score. Phillips out on the pass bed, and Ura King takes the handoff, holds on to it, and gets the ball up to the 25-yard line. In there on the stop, Joe Lamanna, number 75, and up very slowly. Actually, he's not getting up. Now he is. Art Ronan, number 42.
Well, King is a very slashing type runner. He gets into the hole, and he makes a very nice cut here, almost spins out of it, and it looks like Ronan might have gotten stepped on. And he's probably going to come out of the ball.
I figure why not? Got something to do. Next play, right? Then maybe I won't yell so much.
Now the official placing a towel over the football so that it will be less wet than it normally would be. West Bloomfield playing Rochester Adams next week.
Looks like Mike Oles is out of the lineup with a broken helmet, and they'd taken the equipment officials timeout for equipment there, but they couldn't repair the equipment quickly enough,